was getting ready to go to Peace Corps, one of the things I had in my mind was that I wanted this to come back with. Now, this isn't a single motivation, but it was one that I hoped that when I got back, I would be able to say to any number of things, I've done something harder than that. And I was reminded of that last Friday night when my furnace went out at 8:53 p.m. And and then I was thinking the next day, well, I've been through something harder than this. Nothing wrong with wearing a cap to bed and your Medora sweatshirt. This is okay. And then I began to think harder than this isn't always the point. Because some of the most wonderful things that happened in my 27 months in Ukraine were softer than that. And one of them was this event, and I look back to my journal, and it's written out in nice little hand because I didn't know at the time that was going to be one of the high points of my time there. And back in this day that I'm going back to was November 1st, 2003. I'd been in Ukraine for a month, and with this host family, 28 days. And it was a 3-generation family, and I was pretty much the same generation, a little older than my parents, but we all lived together in the same house. And one night, although we hadn't done this before, Anya, the mother, and Alyona, the daughter, and I put on our coats and went out the back door. And we lived right at the edge of town, and there was either a small lake or a big pond behind us, and it was dark. If you think of being way out in the country, it's that kind of dark, except the sky was that dark, but there were houses with lights on, and into this body of water, there were reflections of these lit up places. And across the pond, there was music. There was at least an accordion and probably more, and there was singing going on. And you could see people coming and going. And here came this soft moment that even yet was one of the high points that kind of lights up when I think of the glorious things I was part of. We could hear the singing, and Anya said, well, there's singing tonight. And I'm pretty sure there was dancing too, because that's what you do at Ukrainian house parties. There's singing tonight, but tomorrow there will be tears. The son is going into the army. And then she started to dance.